There is no doubt we live in an era of division and misinformation all over the place. From social media filtering the content we consume to news outlets choosing what information we should be updated on. That is why it's important that we as a community stay stronger together and use the only weapon we have to fight back: education.
Am I driving? I can drive. Yeah, go. Oh, Fiddler on the Roof. I have got to come see that. It's my favorite.
This is Dr. Jose Enriquez, the CEO and founder of Latinos in Action. 22 years ago, as a teacher, he walked into his principal's office and asked for an opportunity to start running a leadership program at his school. But that's a video for another story. Today, we are going to beautiful Blackfoot, Idaho for a Latinos in Action Founders Visit. And you might be asking yourself, what is a Founders Visit and why do I care? Well, Latinos in Action is in over 300 schools and over 14 states nationwide, putting over 10 conferences a year with performances by students with keynote speakers like astronaut Jose Hernandez, Emmy Award winner America Ferrera, Richard Montañez, the Cheeto Guy. We also have leadership boot camps hosted by universities for our senior high school students, a teacher institute, family engagement, masterminds for students, and even a gala to highlight our alumni. And that is doing a lot with very little. So I wanted to meet the people that make this happen, and I wanted to see how everything works behind the logo at Latinos in Action.
Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Even though I'm not with my wife, we have sent each other gifts, and we understand the mission. The mission is to love these kids and come together in doing so. So the Valentine's is that much better because we're both loving something we love to do, and we're doing it together, which makes it even more powerful.
Was your plan to spend Valentine's in 2024 driving to a founder visit with two of your coworkers?
I did not plan to have Valentine's Day with two of my friends, gentlemen. Even though I love them and they're awesome and we're friends for now almost 20 years. It wasn't part of the plan, but it's what has to happen sometimes, on these visits. The mission of Latinos in Action, sometimes it gets tough because we have to, not always, but we have to put some things, not aside, but we've got to kind of be flexible enough. I usually give my daughters, I have 4 girls, and ever since they were in kinder, I give them roses for Valentine's Day. And so I hit 3 of the 4, and before we go to Idaho on this founder visit, I'm still in time. I'm gonna surprise her and get her roses. She also made me a grandpa, so I have a granddaughter. So now I have 4 girls and 1 granddaughter. So Valentine's is an expensive holiday for me.
After dropping off the flowers for Dr. Enriquez's daughter, I wanted to keep talking to him about what our plan was for the next day, because we still don't know what a founder's visit is. Que hay, venden comida, tienen chamoyadas, nada más anda uno aquí con el Jesús en la boca. But I am starting to see the work and sacrifice that it takes to do all the little things. We drove over 3 hours in the middle of a storm to get to Blackfoot, Idaho to do this founder's visit, and we had to start driving right after that so Dr. Enriquez could be in Utah before 8 p.m. to catch a red-eye flight to Florida, meet the team, do all the preparations for conference, and run conference the next day. And saying all that made me wonder, when does Dr. Enriquez sleep? Is he a vampire? Who knows? I'll ask him tomorrow.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We are here in Idaho. It's a little bit chilly. We're in Pocatello area. It's a little town called Blackfoot, Idaho. And just excited to be here. We're trying to warm up the car, get ready. So I'm gonna put my armor, actually my cape. I think this is my little trademark. Some of you guys probably thought I did the bow tie, and sometimes I do. But mornings like this, the clip-ons are just as easy and fast. And you clip it on, and we get ready. We get ready for the day. Now we're ready, and let's go. Let's do this. Gotta be safe. Put your seatbelt on. We're 7 minutes away from Blackfoot, Idaho.
But we'll be an eternity away if you don't put your seatbelt on.
Yes. We will be way too quick if you don't put your seatbelt on. The reason we're here is because we want our young people to know everywhere, even in Blackfoot, Idaho, that they're valued, they're important, they're incredible, they're smart, and we want them to know that we care. And so it's very important for me to be there this morning and help them understand the mission, vision of Latinos in Action, inspire, motivate, but more than anything, I want to meet them. I want to meet every single one of them and let them know that their talents are incredible and that we need them. I think one of the things that I'm expecting from Blackfoot right now is some kids that are just excited about being a part of this organization. They're going to be anxious to kind of talk about certain things, but then they're quiet. It's usually how it goes. They don't say much, and they want to listen and learn. But I'm also excited to meet young people who want to make change and are already making change. So I'm hoping to ask them some questions as to how they're doing and what's going on. They have a great program manager in Vanessa who is a part of our team. So I'm sure she's prepared them a bit for this morning.
I was looking at your calendar, and it says tomorrow you're going to be at Fort Lauderdale, right? Mm-hmm. So how does the message change between Idaho and Florida to go and talk to?
Oh yeah, tomorrow night. Actually, I leave tonight. Tonight I have a flight to Florida, the Fort Lauderdale area, and the message is entirely different. We're over there. They're not so much the minority. In some schools they are. But over there, it's more like, how do we build upon our culture and help our community at large? So over there, it's not just, getting into the school and community culture, but building upon it. And in Florida, one of the biggest things is really having them know that they are talented and using that talent and getting them excited, motivated to build upon it. And what's great about Florida is that they already come with a lot of energy and also eagerness to get things going. So over there's eagerness to build. They just need direction. Over here, we need to still build the camaraderie and build them and scaffold all their talents. So the message is a little bit different.
We're almost there. I think I see the building here. Do you get nervous? Like, what's going through your head?
Yeah, the closer I get, which is right here, I get butterflies all the time. I get really nervous in front of kids, any audience. But what I've noticed is once I start talking to the kids, all that just goes away, and then I feel comfortable around them, and then it's just fun, right? But until then, it's not fun because it's just
the
nerves.
expectation, huh?
Yeah, expectations. How are they gonna act? How are they gonna react? Who's this guy? I don't know, with the bow tie. Why is he here? So all these things go through my mind.
After just arriving and finally knowing what a founder's visit is, what Dr. Enriquez expects from it, and how they usually go, I was happy to have some answers, but also a little worried about other stuff. Was Dr. Enriquez gonna have enough time to talk to all the students like he wanted to? Was the teacher going to be ready for us?
Bienvenida de nuevo. Hi. ¿Cómo les fue? Muy bien. A mi gente. Y ellos vinieron. Días. Buenos días,
José
mucho
Enrique,
gusto.
es un placer.
Mucho gusto, Paula Maldonado.
Paula, un placer. Hi, Mia.
Luis.
Mucho gusto, Luis.
Hi. Well, thank you. We're excited to be here with everybody, so we'll step right in. Thank you. Hey, guys. Wow, this is a good group. ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están?
Bien,
¿Cómo estás?
bien.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Raúl.
Raúl, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Qué bien.
Remember how Dr. Enriquez said it was going to go? It was exactly like that. Some of them wanted to talk, some of them were a little shy, some of them didn't know what was going on. So it was interesting to see the team getting everything ready to get students engaged and excited about Latinos in action. It was like seeing a well-oiled machine work. Luis was setting up the tech for Jose's presentation, making sure everything worked fine. Vanessa was catching up with the teacher, seeing if she needed anything. And next thing I knew, it was presentation time.
I love it. You know what? This is awesome. We were driving yesterday 4 hours, boom, from Salt Lake City, Latinos in Action, our conference. That's what we're going to talk about today as well, is that I want to prep you for conference. Conference is not just something that you just show up to, right? We want you to participate in conference. Latinos in Action is about you. It's about how do I get you guys to understand your talents, your assets, the brilliance that you bring to this whole not just the organization, but this school. One of the things that you're going to do in this class, and maybe they have already, is tutor and mentor the younger kids. Have you been doing that? The young kids, they're looking to you. As adults, we're looking to you. Este país right now, this country needs you right now more than ever. Needs brilliant, bilingual, diverse students to really help us understand where we're headed. And
yes, presentation was great. He talked about all that. Conference, scholarships, future plans for Latinos in Action, the story, the mission. But did he have time to talk to all the students like he wanted to? Well,
I'm a soccer player.
I listen to music.
I like to hang out with my friends.
Paint, do track and cross country.
To play softball.
Join karate.
I like to do craft.
To go camping with my family. I'm a competitive dancer.
Be like four-wheeling.
Just listen to music.
I read books.
Dance a lot and listen to music.
I read books on a lot of different types of history.
I like to just play video games.
I like to play with my cat and stuff.
Registered nursing or vet tech.
I like to play basketball.
Or I like to practice doing nails and makeup.
I go to college for pharmacist.
I like to make dresses. I'm doing dental hygiene in the fall.
Dentist.
okay.
yep, somehow he managed to talk to every single one of them. And just by asking them a simple question like, what do you like to do in your free time? He was able to learn more about who they are, where they come from, where they're headed. But that wasn't the only thing I was impressed by. Listening to Jose's and these kids' powerful stories made me forget about all the other stuff that we had to do. It was like Vanessa didn't have tens of other schools and teachers to attend to, or Jose didn't have a flight to get to, or meetings or emails to reply, or Luis didn't have a conference to shoot, videos to edit, or me getting back to posters. It's easy to see why Dr. Enriquez loves Latinos in Action so much.
No lo pueden tirar. Hay que hacer algo con ese sacrificio. Yo soy Dr. Enriquez, siempre voy a ser Dr. Enriquez. No hay político ni ley que me pueda quitar eso. I'm always going to have it. You guys need to go get as much education as possible. It's important. So this is great, but even more so is for you guys to think critically of where you're headed and how you're going to get there. That's what we want to do in this class. ¿Estamos bien? Okay. Gracias, chicos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Let's take a picture.
How'd it go in your
It was awesome. I loved it. You know when you can capture, you know when you capture the attention when they're intently listening, but then when you start asking questions, and I should have let them speak more, but when that young man stood up and said, I love this. I love everything about it. I'm glad I'm here. What can I do more? Like he was excited. Like you could tell the excitement. He's like, you guys hyped this up, and we didn't even we just showed him a couple videos, and then I was talking, but he felt motivated. He could run through a wall at that point in the moment, and that's what I love to capture because it's contagious. As soon as he was, then others began to kind of like open up, and you can tell that after him, the kids just kind of opened up even more when they're introducing themselves. And so I think that that's really the intent of all this, is helping them understand that, man, this is bigger than we think, and we're a part of it. We're a big part of it, and I want them to know that. So yes, it was a success. They feel part of something bigger than themselves, a big organization that can support them, and they feel like, yeah, we can come present at conference.
And if you were wondering if Dr. Enriquez made it to his flight, the answer is yes, he did. We had a storm on the way back, but we even had some time to get some Peruvian food before we had to drop him off at the airport. And that is a normal day behind the logo at Latinos in Action. If you want to experience Latinos in Action on your own, please visit latinosinaction.org. We have many opportunities for you to be part of our community, or might even have a conference near you that you can attend. You can also follow Latinos in Action in social media and stay updated with everything that we do. And don't miss our next video, because this next one won't be so business.